Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Sumet Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy. This is Flow State Activation. Today we're talking all about different social hacks that you can do in order to feel way better in social interactions, okay? 12.5% information is retained more when we use our hand gestures, when we use different kinds of gestures when we're speaking. People who do pitches on Shark Tank, the ones that get their deal approved, the ones that get the deals, they create more dopamine, which means they create more excitement. So you know how they give people food samples or like, hey, try this on, play this thing, do this thing. By engaging with the senses, they're creating more dopamine. There are also warmth-based words and competence-based words. The combination of both creating a charismatic center point. Warmth-based words would be like love, trust, connection, I'm grateful for. These types of words are warmth words. And then you have competence words, effectiveness, streamline, okay, leverage. These are all competence-based words. And if you use achievement-oriented words such as win, succeed, greatness, okay? So before you're even going out to socialize, if you are imagining certain things, okay, they had this study that they once did where they had telemarketers do phone calls, but they had a picture of somebody like an athlete like winning or something like that on the top. So like someone slam dunking or someone like scoring a goal, something like that, right? Those people performed better. Why? Because it's tapping into their reptile brain, right? The images that you see all around you. Why do you think all my walls are covered up with all these weird like things? They're suggestions to my subconscious mind so I can show up and crush it, so I can show up and be in the zone. So you gotta know how you prime yourself even before you're going out and socializing. Last night, I went to Inalea. It was my first techno show, okay? Never been to one before. But what I started to notice is different people, you know, traveling in packs. I started to notice a lot of social interactions and things like this. Now, how did I get myself to relax more into the environment? First of all, it's tapping my foot to the music immediately when I heard it. Another thing I was doing, so maybe I was cheersing with my drink or high-fiving people randomly, okay? Just to generate that momentum and that good vibe. Other thing I was doing, I was just complimenting or talking and expressing about things that I noticed or things that, you know, I felt genuinely in that moment. Instead of holding it in, I decided to just throw it out there, whoever was around me. So you want to have this balance of warmth and competence. And of course you can do this with the things that you say, like the words that you use, but you can also do it with your body language. How does your body language show that you're competent, that you know your stuff, that you're a winner? Basically, you're just creating more dopamine in you. I'm a winner, therefore others can win with me. You're creating this tribal link in the environment. So winners, they have a different body language, right? The further your ears are from your shoulders, that's what leaders do. That's what winners do, okay? So I was immediately correcting my posture when I sometimes fidget with my hands, I slouch a lot. I have these are just bad habit patterns, right? But when I become conscious of it, I can then be aware of it and change it. And this is where the greatest growth happens. Because we have a negativity bias in culture, right? Things that are more negative, we more likely recall because, well, it's protective to us. So instead of going into an environment and immediately looking at what's wrong, because that's what the bias suggests, right? It's like, where's the fire exit? Where am I gonna stay away from danger? Instead of saying, why don't I belong here? You think, why do I belong here? Instead of saying, I don't know anybody here, which is the autopilot negative thought, you flip it. Who can I know in this environment? Who can I know in this environment, okay? It's all about the tone, the cadence, the pitch. You can even tell if somebody's lying, right? Just based on if their pitch lilts up. They're kind of questioning and reflecting, right? It sounds like a question rather than a statement. So instead of saying, I like dogs, they'd say, I like dogs? That's a lie, okay? Woo! It's not in your normal baseline way of speaking. It's different to the way of speaking, so it lilts up a little bit. That's why nervous teenagers, their voice cracks, okay? Oh, hang on, oh no, Scoob, okay? It cracks. So you want to create a nonverbal bridge, as you call it. So you're creating oxytocin with permission. High five. High five. Have you tried the cinnamon roll? Hey, have you tried this slice of pizza? Okay. What exactly is sales, right? Sales is the transference of emotions, specifically, as Brian Tracy calls it, enthusiasm transfer. Okay, Zig Ziglar says it's transfer of emotions. The thing that's going to set you apart in the marketplace, okay? You have a marketplace. Everybody's trying to do the same thing, okay? And that's not going to make you stand out. It's artificial. It's BS, right? When the truth comes out, when the realness comes out, that's when you're going to magnetize. So selling from the love in the heart is what is going to make you stand out in the marketplace of sales. Now, let's transfer that onto a social interaction, okay? Everybody's trying to one-up everybody. Everybody's playing this social maneuver matrix game. You just go in there, you create a good vibe, you have a good time. You're there to just show up and broadcast you, okay? And give love, share the love, okay? It's my business coach, Joe, that's his model, right? Give love, share the love, spread the love, right? So you might be one side of the coin, right? You might be two in your logical side of your brain using more competence, or you might be very in your feeling mind or your right brain, right? And that creative side of the brain, which has more warmth. And you wonder why, I have to cut down on my amount of emojis because I'm more of a right brain communicator, right? I'm not using a lot of competence words. But then again, you want to have this blend of playfulness and seriousness. Like when you're writing your emails to someone, you don't want to just use warmth words because then they won't perceive you as competent. If you use only competence words, no love, no sincerely, no, care, then it's just like a robotic email, right? It's just a mechanical email that you're getting from some AI. How do you know that this is a being on the other side, right? Sending you something genuine. Right? Most emails are manufactured authenticity. This is what you got to realize, okay? They're saying, hey, Sumad, okay? Because they have your name registered as that. Sometimes when you give your first name as something else, like in my Flowzone Academy email, they're, hey, Flowzone, right? They don't even know your real name. So you know that that's an auto responder, right? It's you know that is not real. And so we're actually cueing people incorrectly. Okay, we're cueing them incorrectly. So we want people to win, we got to use winning language. So before I go into a social environment, this is what I do. Imagine my worst version of myself shrinking in this hand, best version of myself growing in this hand. Rub my hands together and place it on the body part where I feel that there's the block, okay, that I feel nervous with. Also, I did a confidence hypnosis before going into the venue, or a few other things that I did. Okay, clap my hands. Why did I clap my hands? Because it creates a momentum of celebration in my mind, right? My subconscious relates clapping to celebration. Whistling, the same thing. Whistling apparently calls your spirit guides in, okay? So that's what I did, or your guardian angels in a sense. But you don't want to go in there like a dancing monkey trying to regulate everything, right? Like, hey, okay, then you'll be all over the place. You'll be confused. You'll be at the effect of the environment, not the cause. If you're causing the environment, you're walking with purpose. You know what to do. You know where to stand. You know how good it feels. Oh, this is a right vibe, right? There's not too much air here. The temperature's good. right? So you're feeling yourself. So you really have to get comfortable feeling yourself in the environment. If you don't get comfortable, you're going to seek comfort and be distracted. Because all you're doing now is seeking comfort, like, oh, I need some water. Oh, it's too sweaty, right? You're just going to be looking for different things to take you away from the moment rather than actually being here and being engaged. And you do feel a little bit of an itch here, but it's not too bad. You don't really notice it because you're having too much fun to notice. Okay? So the enthusiasm, like if you love another person and when you talk about that other person, they light up, right? Because you have genuine love for them, right? So you genuinely want people in that environment to have fun and thrive and win. You're not creating this wall like, oh, this person looks like that, or man, these people, do they even go to the gym? Man, I find myself doing that sometimes. Maybe you do too, right? You start judging others around you rather than actually letting them in and interacting and seeing what they're about. Who knows? Okay, they might be the CEO of a company and you had no idea, right? We've met weird people like that, like people from like politicians, right? We've met strange people just on the trail to somewhere random and they were just doing a casual thing, right? This place we went to is actually like a wedding venue that they converted into like this nightclub arena, which was kind of interesting. So in any case, you want to be creating dopamine, you want to be creating oxytocin. Okay, open body language, lengthen and widen, speak with your hands, use gestures, okay? Clink a glass with someone. Use these little maneuvers when you're getting that nervous energy inside you. You need to move in the environment. You need to either go back out and then back in, and you need to figure out a way to just stay grounded and centered. The great visualization is I imagine the bottom of my feet growing roots of a tree every time I walk. So it's like, when I walk, I imagine I'm underwater. So I'm not going too fast like everybody else. I'm maintaining my own rhythm and pace. I get a lot of eyes on me just by that. Okay, also I have this color hair. So, of course people will notice that out of the crowd. So there's different things I know that I'm doing, but they become subconscious after a while, and then you're just like, yo, I'm just here to chill and have fun, right? And that was basically it. Like, I just went out and I was just like, I'm just gonna have fun, right? Just have the most fun time that I can. And I think that a lot of people forget to do that, right? They're planning the event so much in their conscientiousness that they forget that, hey, when we get there, it's a whole different ballgame, right? Anything can happen, in a sense. There's infinite possibilities in this environment. And once you can just generate that good feeling within you, you will notice how well you can transfer it onto other people around you. It's amazing, right? If you're feeling good in the zone, like I was just in the rhythm of a trance, like a hypnotic dance with this techno song. This girl kind of came over to me and she was just like looking at me, like bewildered by my movements on the dance floor, right? And I was so in it, I didn't even notice her, right? So then it was like, oh, okay, you're here. Okay, that's cool. What's up? Right? Started talking a bit. But then, so you got to understand that you got to create these pockets of trance-like in an environment also where people are intoxicated. They're a lot more likely to get into this kind of trance-like state, right? Because techno is really about like that mind, body, soul connection. I've noticed you're feeling the music through your body and your beingness, right? It's interacting. It's almost like a harmonious group flow that you're creating with other people. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys these quick tips, right, to tap into the zone anytime you go to socialize, right? You basically find it's like you create the vibe that you've been there already. That's the competence element, right? The familiarity element. You imagine that you've been there already. You know this place from a past life. You've already visited this venue if it's a new venue, right? That's the vibe you want to go with. Why am I telling you this? Warmth and competence again. Warmth is the familiarity. The warmth is the familiarity. I've been here before, bro. Right? The competence is because I've been here before, I know what to do. I'm chill. So if you just have that mentality the next time you're going out, like, oh, this girl that I'm talking to, this complete stranger, she's like some long lost sister that I never knew I had, right? Hey, what's up? Oh, hey, what's up? Right? It's going to be a different opener than if you go in like, hey, I'm really nervous. I wonder if, oh, hey, nice show, huh? It's like you're trying to make small talk rather than the other one is already priming the connection, right? The first one primed the connection already. It's persuading, it's presupposing I already know them, but the way that I'm talking to them, my gestures, I'm so comfortable, I'm giving them permission to also be comfortable. And that's it, man. This is like, oh, this is like psychology. This is like psychological, man. You get what I mean? And it goes really deep. And it's powerful when I can go out, have an infield experience like that, and then come back and then share to you guys like, yo, this is what you got to do, right? And I'm sure some of you are resonating, and for some of you, this is like obvious stuff, right? But you'll be surprised how many people actually don't look at this stuff, okay? It's really, really key. Like, just by this is great, right? Because you're showing your palms. It's almost like a little sign of submission, but you're not showing all of your palms. So it's like a real good in-between of dominance and submission. It's like right in between, right? But if you do like a excellent, like a Mr. Burns, you're gone. Okay, now you're just the sus guy. That's hella sus. Why is he doing that with his fingers, right? So again, it's like it can take one little tweak and then you're off. You get what I mean? Like I was thinking about, you know, why I love wearing belts, okay? If later on, if things get freaky, you know, the belt, if you could just take it off, right? I know how to take it off with one mover. I know how to take a belt off with one maneuver, right? And oftentimes I've done that and girls have been like, whoa, shit, okay? But that, by just understanding the applicability and the functionality of that belt, that I don't just need to use this thing just for holding up my pants. This thing is multidimensional, okay? I can use it as handcuffs. I can use it as handcuffs, okay? I could use it as handcuffs. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep it a little bit PG-13 because there might be kids watching, I don't know. But you get what I mean, right? Let's not go the BDSM route right now. So before I'm going out, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm doing this thing where I'm just throwing out power words and achievement words along with warmth words, right? Competence words and warmth words. And I'm imagining these words sticking to my face, right? That's the visualization I'm doing before I'm going out. Golden, winning, loving, powerful, okay? Enthusiastic, purposeful, okay, charismatic. I'm saying all these words, these adjectives that are just sticking to my face. And then I just close my eyes and I just, they all vaporize and they go to my heart and they align with all my chakras. That's kind of the visualization that I do. So a really quick one that you can do before going out is just this. Lock eyes in the mirror, look at one eye. Imagine all these power words just floating around your face and sticking to your face. Close your eyes. Imagine all the words just embedded into your spinal column, and then you go out. Okay? Very, very key and very, very powerful, because now that's what you're going to be focusing on. You're going to be focusing on winning and loving, baby. Let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang, may we never be the same. Hope you enjoyed this video. Share it with a friend. And let's evolve today. Let's get it. Us.